what do you do for the work?
I'm the Director of Maintenance and Construction for Canada.
Awesome. So Peter's going to be answering a bunch of questions for us today. Thank you for taking all the time here. So first question, what was the choice behind choosing the theme for the ride?
Well, the theme is sort of driven by where the ride's located in the park. The AlpenFest area is one of the original theme areas in the park, and that drove that theme. We wanted to have an alpine village feel and a bit of a backstory.
That's really cool that you're going back to the roots just like you did for Frontier Air and bringing that back. But we know about the ice winder roll, the fire serpent roll, and the skyflyer. What elements are those in terms of the
Put me on the spot. So I know the Skyflyer loop is that, I'll call it the back curve, where the train turns around and starts heading back to the station. That's a unique element in that the way the train climbs that treble clef almost, and then rolling into that inversion is something that's never been done. The other two, the ice winder roll. I'm not a marketing guy, so you can tell.
Better than me.
Those are two elements that intertwine with each other as the train's traveling out and traveling back.
And then the fire serpent roll, I think that's the one that goes over the pathway, right? On the second time?
Yeah, coming home. Yeah.
And then what's the name of the element coming out of the mountains? That is a very unique inverter. It's almost like an inverted top hat, but it kind of stalls to the side. Right?
It is. You're right. It's almost an inverted top hat, transitioning from one inversion into a sideways roll, and then back into another inversion as it goes over vortex and underneath the Guardian track.
Yeah, it's really something we've never seen before on a big sort. Like, a couple of us were almost calling it, like, I don't know if you want to officially name like the double inverting top hat, or I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
No, that element is definitely one I'm looking forward to.
Nice.
What is an element that you're looking forward to on the ride?
I don't think there's any one particular element. It's the whole package and how they fit together and how they connect together. And did we deliver?
Has a really nice flow to it.
Yeah.
Will the ride have a single rider line?
The ride will have a single rider line. Yeah.
And in terms of fast lane as well?
It will have a fast lane. So there's four entrance points. One is the regular. One is fast lane. One's single rider, and then there's a barrier-free entrance for guests with disabilities.
And is the fast lane going to merge as well with the regular line, like Peacock?
They will merge, yeah. So at some point during that point, during the waiting area, there will be a merge where everybody gets merged into one line to get to the boarding area.
And what is the loose article system? What kind of loose article system will that have?
So we're looking to do a overhead bin system similar to Yukon Striker to take articles from the loading to the unloading platform. Our hope is that we can introduce a system that requires everyone to remove all items from their pockets, so that we're not losing things out over the midway.
Will the ride have any dents like Yukon Striker does, or will you guys try to remove everything from?
No, the plan is to have everybody remove any loose article. You can't take anything with keys, phones, glasses. Well, it all has to go in the bin and go to the other side.
Because I guess you guys would probably want to have that more open concept, right? With less nets over top.
Yeah, I think it's a more impactful impression when you watch the ride fly overhead. If there's a net there, it kind of draws from that. Anyway, we're not done, but that's our intention. We may not be able to achieve it, but we're going to try.
I think that's a great system. A lot of people are worried that we're going to have to pay for lockers. I really think that the net system is it works amazing on Yukon, and I hope that it will work great for this as well.
We'll see where we end up.
In terms of capacity, I know that's probably the biggest concern a lot of people have. I've done some my own calculations. Do you know how many riders per hour this will be able to do?
Just over 1,000. That's the theoretical.
That's better than a lot of people are expecting, honestly.
Yeah. So with the short ride cycle time, and we don't have that long lift hill, we're able to get the train out and back pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So if we can get all our guests to cooperate and get aboard and get off the train again as quickly as they can, we'll be able to get that 1,000 an hour. And that's similar to what we're doing on Yukon and Behemoth and Leviathan.
And I think the bin system definitely helps on Yukon. There's no dilly dallying. People are on, you're on.
Exactly.
In terms of the trains, I think I was told that there's no comfort collars that you can do rides have.
That's right.
Is it going to have a seatbelt as well, or just going to be a lap bar?
No, so there will be no comfort collar, there will be no seatbelt, just the lap bar and the shin guard. We've also modified the train, and the toe boards on the side of the train are going to be significantly reduced, more for thematic element. We're trying to make that train look like a sled, and some of those, to reduce that or remove those toe boards, we're going with a tilting platform like Snoopy's Racing Railway, so that that platform drops out of the way, and then we can get the train out. It will return back up to the up position once the train is parked in its home position.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think the no seatbelts will definitely help as well.
Yeah.
So it'll make things a lot quicker. Yeah, and that'll make things a lot easier for guests to get on the ride, and less people will be spending time doing it themselves.
Exactly.
Or they'll forget, and
It's a drag on the whole thing, yeah.
so that'll definitely help boost capacity. I think you're putting a lot of people at ease with that question for sure.
Nice.
In terms of choosing a manufacturer, what was the process in selection?
So we prepared a preferred ride path. So we came up with the path into the mountain, out of the mountain, and out towards the Skyflyer and back. And we gave that to different manufacturers and said, come back to us with proposals. Different manufacturers came back with proposals with various layouts and with video, and based on many things such as the ride elements and the ride experience, the capacity, the cost of the ride, the schedule to build it and get it installed, and then the different manufacturers are the manufacturers we want to work with because we've had good luck with them. They produce reliable attractions elsewhere. When you put all those pieces together, we settled on Premier Rides. They produce reliable, safe attractions, and we're confident that we'll have the ride open on time.
And I think they blew it away with the layout too. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Station setup. I was talking to Brenton the Mountain, and he said that the station's going to hold one train, and then one train will stack behind it.
It will.
Will there be an unload like backlot center coaster? Or
It'll load and unload in the same position.
Well, thank you so much, Peter. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah,
really
you're
appreciate it. And yeah, thanks for answering all the viewers' questions. I told them all to send me their questions, and I'll ask you.
Sure. All right.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Take care.
Hey guys, I'm here with Grace Peacock. What do you do about Grace?
I am the director of communications here at the park, so I'm on the marketing team. We do media, social media, website, mobile app, storytelling, all the fun stuff.
Alright, so I'm just going to answer a couple of questions from here today. So Grace, I think this is a question that might have been answered before, but will there be fire coming out of the mountain just like an animation?
We are planning to have a fire burst effect on top of the mountain, yes.
That's very cool. I think a lot of people are going to be excited for that. What was the inspiration for the name of the ride and the theme?
Yeah, so AlpenFury is connected to our past, and specifically the area around the mountain known as AlpenFest, which will be officially designated a themed area in 2025. But if you know the park, since 1981, that's always been Alpen themed. You know, we have Crash and Wagons, we have Clockworks, Thunder Run. We used to sell Bavarian themed merchandise and food there. Associates in the area would wear like lederhosen kind of uniforms, which are really cool. But it was part of International Festival. An International Festival was the area around the mountain that had all kinds of world themes. So if you think about it, International Showplace was Greek with the Greek columns. Victoria Falls is from Africa. The divers on the falls are actually inspired by cliff jumpers in Acapulco. I don't know if you knew that.
I don't know any of this.
Yeah, but the Alpen area has always existed, and so even though the other themes have sort of faded away and the history is faded, we want to bring new life into that area. So we connected the ride to that area. We wanted to have it to do with Wonder Mountain, obviously it interacts with Wonder Mountain. So we created the story where there's this festival in the Alps, in this little village, having to do with fire and ice, because Wonder Mountain being this mystical place, there's dragons inside. There's also mystical elemental forces, and the specific one has to do with fire and ice. This is where they combine to create that force which blasts you out the mountain. So that's how it all came together. But when you boil it down, it's all about our history and bringing that back to life.
That's so cool. All of that stuff is before I was born. My mom tells me stories, she has photos. Her favorite ride was the Bayern Curve.
Oh yes, right. Can't forget about that one too.
Curve. She loved that one. But yeah. Very cool.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't even realize Victoria Falls. I knew it. This is Zimbabwe, right?
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
I think it's Zimbabwe. Yeah, I never even put two and two together. That's awesome. And you guys are bringing that back into one themed area that's themed to Alpen, going back to your original roots, just like you did with Frontier Canada, right?
Exactly, and we're starting to do with Grand World Expo as well.
Very cool. Well, we're excited for that too, but this is first.
Yeah, let's focus on one thing at a time.
This is first. In terms of like the ride entrance, where will be located in terms of the station?
The station, from my understanding, is going to be there's sort of like a clock tower building back behind the games, and it's in that area. There's a construction area there right now. That's where it's going to be located.
And when you enter, like, I know there's the clock tower. It almost has like a, I think that was Flower Entrance and original entrance.
You know what? The specific like ride entrance things is better with
That's a
theater.
favorite question.
Yeah.
In terms of like favorite element on the ride, what are you most excited for?
Oh, everybody keeps asking me this, and I don't know that I can pick because it's just going to be the combination of the entire experience. Like the launch inside the mountain, the launch that's going to shoot you at the top, and then those 9 inversions like rapidly, right one after another. I think just all together is going to be kind of wild. So I don't know. I'm excited for all of it. I hope that's not cop out, but I think really just the combination of it all.
If you had to pick one, blast
Blast out the mountain. Yeah.
Honestly, me too. Like I was telling Peter, I'm like, what is that element even called? And I was like saying maybe it's a double inverting top hat or whatever you want to get technical.
They're saying it's a banked top hat.
Yeah, because you're stalling 90 degrees sideways, and it's very cool. Like it faces out towards the pathway.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I'm sure I won't be paying attention to anything when I get blasted out of there, but the views I'm sure would be nice.
Yeah, if you had a little more time, but you're going to be up there so quickly.
Yeah,
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to interview.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.